Step-by-step exam solutions. Okay, maths class, training you to excel. Subscribe. Give a thumbs up. Share with friends. Click the notification button so that you receive the next presentation. Step-by-step exam solutions. Okay, maths class, present step to exam success. Step 1, plan. Step 2, pray. Step 3, prepare. Step 4, preview. Step 5, perform. Okay, maths class, step-by-step exam solution, graphs of trigonometric function. In this series of presentation, we'll be going through graphs. We have gone through number 1, graph of linear function, graph of quadratic function, and we are now in number 3, graph of trigonometric functions. The objectives are: 1, obtain or complete a given table of values. 2, choose a reasonable scale. 3, correctly plot the coordinate point. 4, answer questions based on the graph correctly. Copy and complete the table of values for y is equal to 1 minus 4 cos x. B, using a scale of 2 cm to 30 degrees on the x-axis and 2 cm to 1 unit on the y-axis. Draw the graph of y is equal to 1 minus 4 cos x, for x varies from 0 to 300 degrees. C, use the graph to 1, solve the equation 1 minus 4 cos x is equal to 0. 2, find the value of y when x is equal to 105 degrees. 3, find x when y is equal to 1.5. We are going to complete the table of value for trigonometric graph number 2. So that's the function. So we are going to find the value of y when x is equal to 30 degrees. So we are going to replace this x with 30 degrees. Then we are going to simplify, evaluate and simplify. Then we are going to have 4 times 0.87 because 30 is 0.87. So y is equal to 1 minus 3.48, which can round it up to 2.48, approximately 2.5 to 1 decimal place. We are going to find the value of y when x is equal to 60 degrees. So replace this with 60. Then we simplify, because 60 is 0.5. On further simplification, that will give us a 1 minus 2. So then y is equal to minus 1. Then we are going to do the same thing for when x is equal to 120 degrees. We replace this with 120. Then we simplify, because 120 is minus 0.5. Then y will be equal to 1. Then minus times minus will give us plus. Then plus 2. So y is equal to 3. We are going to do the same thing for x is equal to 150 degrees. If x is equal to 150 degrees, anywhere we see x in the equation, we replace it to 150. Then we are going to find the cos 150. That gives a minus 4. Cos 150 is minus 0.87. Simplifying further, 1 minus, that will give us a 3.84 plus. Then adding that, we have 1 plus 3.84 give us 4.84, which are approximately 4.5 to 1 decimal place. We are going to find the value of y when x is equal to 180 degrees. So that will give us 1 minus, because 180 is minus 1. Minus 1 times minus 4 will give us a plus 4. That's 1 plus 4. So y finally will give us 5. Then we're going to do the same thing for x equal to 240 degrees. If x is equal to 240 degrees, we're going to replace x with 240 and then simplify. That will give me 4, because 240 is minus 0.5. Then we're going to find the value of y. That will give us a plus. Minus times minus is plus. Then 4 times 0.5 is 2. Then adding that, y will give us a 3. So finally, we're going to find the value of y when x is 270. We'll replace this with 270. And then we're going to simplify. That will give me 1 minus 4 times cos 270 is 0. Then that will give us 1 plus 0, and then finally the final answer will give us 1. Now we have completed the table of values. We are going to move straight to the graph page to plot the graph. Once again, remember the scale as given. Using a scale of 2 centimeters to 30 degrees on the x-axis and 2 centimeters to 1 unit on the y-axis, draw the graph of this. So that's the scale up there. Using that scale, we are going to see every 2 centimeters, this is 0, every 2 centimeters, 30. This is 1 centimeter, the next 2 centimeters, another 30, then 90, 120 till you get to the end. On that, you have 10 small squares between 0 and 30. 30 divided by 10 will give us 3. So each small square is 3 units or 3 degrees. On the y-axis, 2 centimeters is 1. And then we have 10 small squares, meaning each small square is 0.1. So every small square will give us 0.1. Then we're going to start plotting. When x is equal to 0, y is minus 3. X is 0 at this point, y is minus 3 at this point. So we plot the point there. That's the point. Then when x is 60, when x is 30, y is minus 2.5. 30 degrees, this is 2, and this will be 2.5 at this point. Then when x is 60, y is minus 1. This is 60, this is minus 1 at this point, so that will be the point. When x is 90, y is 1. X is 90 here, y is 1 at this point. This is 1, and this is 90, they will meet here. When x is 120, y is 3. 120, y is 3 at this point. When x is 150, y is 4.5. 1.50, 4.5 at this point. When x is 180, y is 5. Up there, 5. When x is 210, y is 3. This is 210, and then this is 3 at this point. When x is 240, y is 3 at this point here. When x is 270, y is 1. 270, this is 1. And when x is 300, y is minus 1. That is give us the point here. So we have the points plotted now. We are going to join these points with a smooth curve. Let's do that now. The green line is the curve that represents the function y is equal to 1 minus 4 cos x. And we are going to answer the questions based on the graph now. Use your graph to 1. Solve the equation 1 minus 4 cos s is equal to 0. So that will give us the point where the green curve crosses the x-axis. The first point is being highlighted here. So look at that point here. You can see the value of the x at that point will be 15 added to 60. That will give us 75. So that will give us 75 degrees because this 60, this is 90. Halfway should be 15. Added to 60, giving us 75 degrees. Then we're now going to look at this. The green curve also crosses the x-axis at this point. So now that's the point that's being highlighted now. Looking at that, that's also halfway between 270 and 300. That's 15. Add 15 to 270. That will give us 285 degrees. So that's the root of the equation, the value of x when y is 0. Then we're going to move straight to question number. So the roots are x is equal to 75 degrees and s is equal to 285 degrees. Number 2, find the value of y when x is equal to 105 degrees. 105 degrees should be, this is 90, add 15 to 90, that is 105, that's this point. So now is the point where x is equal to 105 degrees. So we're going to draw a line to trace that up to the curve. So now we do that. the red dotted line trace up to the curve, meet the curve at this point. From that point, we trace it also horizontally to the y-axis. You can see clearly that the value there is 2. So when x is equal to 0.5, y is equal to 2. So when x is equal to 0.5 degrees, y is equal to 2. Then the last answer, find x when y is equal to 1.5. Y is 1.5 at this point. So we're now going to draw a horizontal line from that point to cut the curve at this point and also cut the curve at this point. So now from this point, you can see we can now trace it down. What would that give us? This is 90, 93, 96. So that means the value of x is 96 degrees when y is equal to 1.5. Then the next point is at this point. We trace it down also. What would that give us? That will give me 270 minus 6. That will give me 264 degrees. So that means when x is equal to 1.5, the value, when y is 1.5, the value of x are 1, 96 degrees, and 264 degrees. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. Thank you very much.